Hey there, Squirrel Army. We're back to talk about Solphim, Mayhem Dominus, the red dominance here. So this is a damage doubler. You can join the Squirrel Army by subscribing if a source we control would deal non-combat damage to a opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, we double that damage. Then we can discard 2 cards to put an indestructible counter on it. Like all the other ones that we've talked about so far in this cycle, I don't know that this is the best as a commander per se. I think that you could obviously, again, as always, take that challenge, but obviously I will always build the deck here on the channel if people want to see me build this as a deck. But just in saying, I'm never going to be a fan of this type of strategy anyway, for the most part, because it just devolves into, oh, look, I combo and win type strategies, and I just don't like that. I don't mind combo strategies, but it's just like a lot of this sort of stuff just devolves into, okay, I do 50 billion damage. Oh, wait. Oh, everyone's dead. Oh, I won the game type things. You know, either you're doing so little that it's so insignificant, or wow, you just won the game, and then you're like, man, but I wanted to do more. You know, like, oh, the game's over. Everyone's still can't survive, me doing, what was it, 5 billion damage? Oh, yeah, I see, okay, alright. Like, so it's just one of those things. It's just like, I don't know, it's just like that whole issue that you often run into is like, so, it's not literally infinite damage, but it might as well be. It's for the purposes of the game, it's lethal damage, so it might as well be infinite damage at that point. So, yeah, whatever. Just because it's 1 million or whatever per player or whatever it is or whatnot, it doesn't matter. It's like they're dead. Doesn't matter. Might as well be, infinite. So it doesn't really matter at a certain point. But anyway, I can see that there'd be a few decks that want to take advantage of this. The thing that I keep thinking about this is non-combat damage. So that's a bit odd in a sense, but I think the green one kind of does stuff with, like, well, more towards combat, so I don't know. That's a bit weird, but we're talking about the green one in a little bit of time anyway, so I'll talk about that a bit more when we actually get to that. But anyway, it's certainly a very good card and a very powerful card. There's been a lot of damage doublers in red. I think this is probably close to being like the best one. Yes, discarding 2 cards, especially in red, that basically has no card advantage, is a bad thing. But when you're just like discarding dead cards like lands or whatnot, or even cards that you might want in the graveyard, like maybe like Anger or something, there's not that many that you'd really want in the graveyard, but Squee comes to mind. Actually, there's about 3 Squees now, so you can put those in there. You could run a few Madness cards or whatever, things like that. So you could work around it a little bit, I guess, but still, you would be a little bit sad to be trying to work too hard for that just to be somewhat less backbreaking, I guess. You just want, to hope that you have a lot of cards in hand, perhaps at one turn, and be like, okay, well, I have to discard for hand size anyway, well, I'll just make this indestructible, or give it an indestructible counter. So, yeah, that is what it is, but it's one of those things. Sometimes you have to deal with something being a little bit more hard, and red's got the little bit more hard one to work with here, I think. So, yeah, it is what it is there. So, Yeah, but you guys can obviously let me know what you guys think. Are you thinking about building this? Do you want to see me build this? Because again, as I say, when I see people have viewed these videos, oh, that's cool. But I don't know if anyone, again, wants to actually see a commander deck around any of these, or whatever, because it's just a view thinking about, oh, yes, how good is this card? Is it good? Where is it good? It'll be good in these certain strategies and whatnot, like Torbrun, etc., blah, 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 and this sort of thing and whatnot, whatever the card is. And then we talk about it a little bit. But, yeah, that really helps me out to put out more content there for you guys that you might want to see. So, yeah. Hope you've enjoyed anyway, and hope you will join me in the next one.